So today I'm going to be going over some different F2L tips and tricks with you. I already have a first video out on this, but I mean there's so many, so I decided to make another one. And this one's probably going to be more helpful than the last one if you've seen it, because some of the ones I'm going to talk about in this one I feel are like the most important because they come up very often. So anyways, let's get started. So the first one of these cases that I've set up is this one. This is literally one of the most important ones because I mean I'm sure a lot of you probably know this, uh, but I mean if you were to solve it without the trick, it would take forever. You'd have to go like this, hide the corner, separate, do a U2, hide the edge, do another U2, then bring it out and insert it. But it can be done in a much easier way, and it's just R U2 R prime U prime R U prime R prime. And I think that's obvious. Well, I don't think. I mean, everyone thinks it's a lot better. Trust me, it's very fast especially once you get used to it. All right, so the next case I set up is actually the same one, just with your left hand. So here you would solve it like L prime U2 L U L prime U prime L. And keep in mind that when you're solving this case, it's really simple to do it from different angles. So I'm sure you've been told already in other videos if you've seen to learn how to solve cases from different angles. Well, this is a good example because this one's really easy. So if you're holding the cube like this and you come across this case, you don't necessarily need to do a Y2 rotation and then go into it. From here you can still do an R prime U2, R, U, R prime, U prime, R. And it still works out. Just so the next case I've set up is this one, and I'm sure almost all of you know this. I also mentioned this in my last video, but the reason I brought this up is because this time I just want to point out that as I just said about the other case that you should be learning to do it from different angles, this is one that a lot of people are like, oh well, because I'm doing the RU, R prime, U prime trigger 3 times to solve it, I have to do it from this angle. But you can still do it. I still think it's better if you do it if you're holding the cube here, you still should do the same thing from this angle. You can still solve it like that. It's the same thing. It's just R prime, U prime, R, U prime. I mean U. If you do that 3 times, it still solves it. I just thought, because most people think that they should solve it from this angle because this is where they learned it, but you should be able to solve it from here as well, and also here with your left hand. Okay, so this next one, I can honestly say from any experience I've had that this is one of the most annoying cases if you do not know how to solve it with an algorithm. It is like this. It lines up with the edge and corner back here, and these two are the same color. White is on top. You can do this algorithm by holding it from here, and you start with them paired up back here, and you do R2, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R2. So this next one is also another. It's basically the same as the last, except rather than the pair being for the front over here and these two lining up back here, the pair goes to the back and it lines up over here. So it is basically the mirror image of that one. And the way you do this is you start with it over here, and you do R2, U2, R, U, R prime, U, R2. That solves it back here. Alright, so this next case I've set up is a pretty useful one. I'd say. It's when your edge is already in the correct spot solved, and your corner is just floating about with when white is not on top. And the good news about this is no matter where you are holding the cube, it can be solved very simply in no less than like 7 moves or so. If your edge is already inserted and you do not have white on top. When you do have white on top, it's just the RU, R prime, U prime trigger 3 times. And I already mentioned that. But so if you're holding it like this and white is facing out, you can place it back here and remove the edge by hiding the corner simultaneously. So it would be R, U2, R prime, and you've set up this case and you can just insert that. For the same case, if you're holding it from this angle now, with white facing out again, you can simultaneously again hide the corner and remove the edge. So what you would do is pair them up by doing a R prime, U, R, and then you have them paired up. And then you can just insert it in the back like that. And then now if you have and then you can do it with the left hand. It's really easy to mirror. When you have it like this, with white facing towards you, here, it's basically the same thing. You can hide the corner, remove the edge, and pair them up like that. So it would be R, U prime, R, and then you can insert them. Or you can do if you're holding it from this angle, R prime to remove the edge, U2, R, and that brings up this case, and then U prime, R, U prime, R. So no matter, as you can see, no matter where you're holding it from, for that situation, you can always, if as long as the edge is solved correctly, you can always do that. So this next case is the same, basically dealing with the same concept, except on the edge is flipped incorrectly in its spot, and this is slightly more annoying. Basically, it's the same concept, but it's slightly different. So what you would do here is once again hide the corner and bring out the edge simultaneously, and once you have it like this, I would do a little d like that, so then you can pair these up and insert them in the back. But if you want, you could also, after you remove the edge, rotate the cube and pair it up. But I think just doing a little d is a lot faster. Then you pair it up and insert it. And then okay, and then same thing, if you're holding it from here, you can bring out the edge, move it over, and bring this up. So you set up this case, and I would do a little d prime like that, and insert it. But if you want, you can always rotate the cube and do it. Whichever one's better, works better for you. And then, yeah, that's basically it for that case. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this video. If not, I'm sorry. But yeah, subscribe if you feel that I was worthy of it. And yeah, just basically thank you for watching. And yeah, bye.